Hi, I'm the Gadget Guru, Andy Parr, and you probably already know who this lady is.
Hi there!
This is Tommy from Drones Plus, and in just a moment, we're going to go through some things that you need to know before you fly, and that's coming up next, right here on Videos by Andy. Okay, so I'm here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I decided, I'm going to take a drive out to Paradise. It's just 20 minutes out of the city, and I wanted to come by and see Drones Plus. To be honest, of all my years flying, I've never been into a dedicated drone, or let's call them copter, store. I don't like the word drones. And I've seen Tommy's videos. She does an excellent job about making things simple, especially on DJI products. Now, we have another video, and you can click the link here before if you'd like to know more about Drones Plus and US Hobby. But today, Tommy and I are going to focus on first-time flyers, as well as seasoned flyers, things you need to know before you start flying. What's your piece of advice for people you're thinking about getting into a copter? What should you do?
If you are first time ever, contemplating getting a drone, I would very highly recommend doing lots of research before you make any purchases. Make sure you know exactly what you're getting yourself into, make sure you know exactly what you're buying, exactly what comes with the product before you swipe your credit card. You always want to be sure that you're getting everything that you need, all the proper accessories, you want to make sure you have enough batteries, all of the right stuff before you try to take off and realize that you're missing something important.
And you don't want to miss your SD cards or something like that.
Yes.
How about before you place the order to know, is this a hobby that you want to get into? What should you know, or how do you get the information of what you should know if this is for you?
A resource that we highly recommend is YouTube. Honestly, it is a fantastic place to be able to do all sorts of research on what you are wanting to invest in. Also, DJI's website is a great place. They actually have like a specs list of every single thing you could possibly want to know about your product. How far it will go, how high it will go, how long my battery is going to last, all that stuff, questions people typically have. It's all listed on that website.
The other thing are forums. Even if, a lot of people don't want to jump in and start participating in a forum because they're afraid they might ask a dumb question. But you can always read the forums. You go in, whether it's for DJI products, Unique, 3DR, whatever, you can go in and find out what other people are saying. Now, one thing I will tell you about the forums, and this comes from, I don't know if you know, I used to own a motorcycle forum, devar.net, created from scratch, ran it for many years. The one thing that I found out about forums, that when you see that a lot of people are posting problems, well, that's because if there's nothing wrong with our copters, they probably don't have anything to say. But there's always some helpful people who will assist those who have problems. So the forums are a good place to go. And as you said, YouTube, Vimeo, the Drones Plus channel, Videos by Andy, to go from there. Now, we keep hearing in the news, we see people, they fly over stadiums. They just do dumb things. Now, you and I spoke before the video. We both really like this hobby. It is just a wonderful, relaxing thing. I do it for photographic reasons. People have different motivations. What is your thought when you see somebody flying over a stadium or just doing something dumb?
Honestly, it makes me really sad because I feel that there are so many silly people out there that do silly things, and they're just messing up the chances of this becoming an incredible thing that so many people have access to. The more people that are out there doing dumb stuff, the less likely the government is to allow this to be a non-regulated hobby. It's really disappointing when people are upset about the 400 feet legal height limit, because they're not thinking properly enough to realize, oh yeah, airplanes could be flying over where I'm trying to fly, and that's why that legal height limit exists in the first place.
And if you are getting this for photographic reasons, I'll be honest with you, I've never even taken this one close to 400 feet, nor with my DJI. I get my best shots between 150 and 250 feet. And also, you can see the copter. Keeping it in line of sight, and I know there's a lot of people out there who want to go FPV, you want to get the goggles. Personally, that's just not me. I know you sell a lot of them. To each their own. This is a hobby that allows you to do it. I personally would like to, see people, especially first timers, keep it within your sight. if it goes behind something, you're going to have a much higher chance of losing it or getting into trouble. Now, DJI just recently had an update, and it kind of goes back to the intelligent controls that they had before. You know, Unique has those too. It's always a great way to start. On here they call it a smart mode. On here you have your I forget if it's called a home lock, but
Home
then
lock,
this
yes.
way with your controls, no matter which way your bird is oriented, it's the intelligent orientation control in DJI. Even if it's facing this way, if you want to come back home, you just pull it back home. These are things that you find in the manual, so you really need to take time to read. Any last words of wisdom?
You know, have fun. Let yourself really enjoy this. I know that there are a lot of people out there that use it for, business purposes, or they have professional use for it, but don't forget that it is a hobby too. Allow yourself to just enjoy it and realize that it's a really cool thing that we get to do. We live in such an amazing time that this is something that people are just doing for fun.
It's the Jetsons.
Yes, exactly. When I told them I was working at a drone store, they were like, what, are we living in the Jetsons now? That's exactly what they said.
And we are. I want to thank you so much. You guys have been very hospitable. It's been a pleasure out here. And it's so nice to escape the Florida humidity and to come out here to a dry climate. Thank you.
Absolutely.
For videosbyandy.com, I'm the Gadget Guru Andy Parr, and I'll see you online and in the air.